Hello, you're watching Dab Wolf Pet Expert on YouTube, and this is Blue, the Blue Heeler. He was also known as Buddy and Bandit, but now he's just Blue. And today, Blue, the Blue Heeler, actually I'm going to tell you all about his breed. He's also called a Queensland Heeler or an Australian Heeler.
Cattle dog.
And he's from Australia originally, although Blue was born in the Lower Mainland in 2011. This breed is a combination of some herding breeds you know, plus a little bit of Bull Terrier and a little bit of Dingo. So he's got his wild side. He's one of the smallest breeds of herding dogs, yet Blue Heelers are meant to herd cattle. And as you know, a bull is one of the most challenging animals to herd, one of the largest, fiercest, biggest. Rottweilers handle them well, Bulldogs handle them well, and so do Blue Heelers. He likes to be behind, not in front. That's why they call him a heeler, and he'll follow me anywhere. So today, Blue is going to demonstrate the cone. Now, every dog at some point in his life pretty much needs a cone collar. It can be when he gets neutered, it can be when something goes wrong, when he's picking at himself, when he has an injury or a bandage, but you got to get the right collar. So there used to be these horribly gigantic things made of plastic, sort of like this one, only they weren't even see-through. So at the very least, if you're told you need a cone collar, try to get one that they can see through, at the very least. And once you fit it onto him, you attach his collar to it so he can't remove it. And you make sure it's loose enough you can get 2 fingers under it, just like a regular collar. But you don't want him to be able to take it off and then pick at his stitches or pick at his bandage or his wound. So this one, for this dog, would work. In fact, it did work when he had a little injury a little while back. But normally speaking, you want the cone bit to extend beyond his muzzle, just a little bit, or at least even to about here. Because many dogs are more flexible than Blue. I had a golden retriever who could reach almost anywhere on herself, even with a cone. So you've got to really go big if you've got a dog that will yoga itself around and reach whatever area you don't want it to reach. In Blue's case, he's kind of stocky. He's not that flexible, and this worked fine. So we're going to pull this off him. Yes, we are. And then we're going to try the second one. Now this one I really loved. I really loved. But as you can see, it was very well used. Not by him, by many dogs. And this one is nice because when you bump into this one, your dog's coming along, ow, right? Like really sharp and really uncomfortable. And it'll make all the other dogs and pets, kids in the house kind of run away from the dog. And you think, oh, they're afraid of him and his cone. No, they're not. They're trying to avoid being bashed with this hard plastic edge that hurts. This, when it bashes against you, you don't hardly notice it. It's nice and soft. And so he can go through a doggy door or move around more easily or bump into the other dogs or people and nobody's complaining. So I really like this one. Plus, I've had it through the washing machine a couple times and it held up pretty well. On the downside, I did take it back to the store. This is my second one, and I had receipts, and they wouldn't give me a replacement. So that bothered me. They tried to talk me into buying another one, and I wasn't going to do that. So that's a bit of a drawback, but I do like the cone. Okay, see here, there's only one more. Now this one is my absolute favorite for when it's a really light use. So again, if your dog has really serious stitches, really serious injury, he's a really flexible dog, you want one like this and you want a really long one. If you can do this, it's a little more expensive, but they do last a long time, go for this version of that, a really long one. But if your dog is just maybe got something right here, he's not gonna be able to reach that with this on. Maybe here, maybe it's scratching with the paw on something, then this works great. So if Blue were to have a hot spot, like many dogs get, around the ruff or the neck, and the next time I have a dog here with a hot spot, I'm going to show you that. But if Blue did have one, this would be perfect because it would be soft and not irritate the area, and I could wash it, and also air would get in and out, and he could have an almost normal life. And nobody would get bashed with it, and he wouldn't be able to scrape and scratch.
And it looks like he's swimming.
Yeah, and it looks like he's swimming. Now, if I caught him, though, rolling on the ground and scraping his nose and his cheek against the ground, even with this, I'd have to go back to something more serious. So you do have to watch, when you use the more humane comb collars, you do have to watch that it's working. Because the last thing you want to do is to have to repeat stitches or surgery just because the dog messed with it. Yes, because then you have to start over, and that's expensive and painful, and also sometimes there's less to work with each time. So you definitely want the first stitches, the first bandaging to take. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.